Hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum. Hope you're doing well. I guess I gotta get one of those razor things and cut my hair. Anyway, it's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum.
It's 6 a.m.
Oh,
Mester Scrum.
it's 6 a.m. Mester Scrum, but we're late, right? It's 6:49 a.m. on a Monday. And little boy Blue, dude, your face. It's all covered in pasta.
No.
Yeah, right there. Spaghetti. Go wash your face. So we're a little late. I was up late last night trying to process an interview.
When it's 6 a.m., it's 6. It's
6 a.m.
No, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. Mester Scrum. Today is 6 a.m. Mester Scrum. It's up late trying to process videos and didn't want to wake up this morning. Got to do it earlier. I was experimenting. Anyway, here at 5 a.m. Mester Scrum, we talk about Agile and Scrum in a tactical and practical way. I'm Greg Master, Agile Coach. I just hit the microphone. And Scrum Master, that's a good title. I just hit the microphone. That's my title. As you can tell, I'm not awake yet. But we're here to have some fun and talk about some practical stuff. I did a couple of things over the weekend. Finished one of my books, The Essentials of Agile Transformation. I finished one book down.
Can I read it?
With my hour and a half.
Can I read it?
It's very tech. Well, it's not too bad. I don't know. You maybe you can try. I don't know. I don't know if you can read it or not. But it was a good book. Had a lot of interviews. It was a good thing. Maybe I'll do a review one session and talk about it. There's always something to review. And Eddie, you have to turn that off during the show, please. He's trying to play a video game on his phone, which we're going to all hear about, which is not good. This is the danger of live being at 6 a.m.
I turned the sound.
Okay, but I'm taking care of it. Make sure to podcast people. Why did it go quiet, Greg? So when we do this and make it into a podcast, you have to talk so they know what's going on. Otherwise, it's all visual. They don't have no idea what they're doing. So anyway, we did that yesterday. Worked on the house yesterday. Did an interview with the Scrum Master, which I'll talk about later, and that went really well, and it was good. Hey Ed, can you give me that paper that was over there? Maybe. Never mind. Here you go. Met with Habib Kasim, and I'll put that interview out. I'm trying to figure out when I want to do that. Put some pieces out, do some different things. I want to go out there and interview Scrum Masters and Agile Coach, business analysts, people all around that are in the Agile space, maybe not so famous, that would like to go out there and meet people. So we'll meet some people that do it on a very tactical and practical manner. And so I'm going to post that up. I don't know if I'll post that up today. I got to get them to approve it first before it goes out. And we'll see how that goes. So it takes a long time for my computer to render the code after it did it. And it's just experiments. Kind of why we do the live thing, because the rendering takes forever. And it was fun. It was a good interview. It was a good thing to do. And it was fun. But today, my things I want to talk about today, and since the boy is actually distracting me and don't know what I'm doing. So I want to talk about two things. A meet and greet technique for you and your teams that they can do while they're remote. It's like a collage of what makes the people on your team who they are. I'm going to share with you mine. And then there was something, a lot of things going out over the weekend and stuff on LinkedIn and things about, assuming things will go wrong and stuff like that. So I want to talk about that a little bit. So I want to talk about the going wrong part first, and then we'll do the collage. Okay. So my whole career, I pretty much assumed something would go wrong. And by doing so, I never really blamed anybody or saw anything, or I knew it was going to happen. I didn't react. I didn't get upset about it. I get upset when people don't listen to me, just like anybody else, right? Like, yeah, we could have done it this way and saved us a lot of pain and grief. And if we spend some time getting rid of some technical debt, we'd be in a good shape. And and we've been much further along because I know you want to progress. But one of the things in my career as a team member, coach, scrum master, project engineer, whatever it was, is that I always assumed through my process things will go wrong. So this way, I never really blamed anybody. We always worked together. I said stuff goes wrong. It breaks. We're all human. There's an error somewhere. So we work together to. There goes my alarm telling me I'm late, which now won't go off because it is crazy. I would love to just take the phone and toss it out the window right now. All the electronics in the world are just totally broken. It won't open up. Nor will it shut off. There we go. Got the alarm off. Hey, it's 6:55, just in case anybody didn't know. Ah, what a Monday. Is this going to be classic Monday? Probably. So anyway, things go wrong. Did you see that? It never goes right. You know, it's always perfect. You know, we can plan everything out to a T, and it'll be perfect sailing all the time. And this is why I like Agile and Scrum. This is why I like Scrum. You know why? Scrum assumes it ain't gonna be perfect. You ever realize that? Scrum assumes things will not be perfect. It sets up retrospectives, inspect and adapt sessions, time for you and your team to get together because they never assume the perfect communication. Oh my God, I can go. I should write all. I'm gonna write all this down. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow, even though that was the perfect intro. Why Scrum's so good. I could talk about it. We should. When we talk about that, which just happened, tomorrow I'll go back and talk about assuming things go wrong. But it leads into it, right? Maybe I'll do the collage tomorrow. So again, Scrum, why I love it is that it assumes things aren't perfect. Just like I have never assumed things go right ever, right? I don't overanalyze it. I do not not want to release things because it's not perfect. See, there's a problem there. A lot of people won't put things out to the perfect. Just like these giant specs, BRDs, whatever you want to call them, they need to write 500-page documents. And as soon as they're printed out and handed to dead people, it's out of date. It's not perfect. It's no longer good. But they took all the time, and it only leaves so much time for developing it and testing it and delivering it. And then we get all these bugs, right? So the beauty of Scrum and Agile, what people don't get about this stuff is that it assumes everything's not perfect from the get-go, right? From the get-go, Scrum assumes it's wrong. We do sprint planning. We cut the plans down to a week or two to a smaller time box because as you make longer, it knows it's wrong. Every plan is wrong. You'll never meet your date. Getting it down in the smaller bits, at least it's closer to getting right, but still never going to be perfect. Why? Because stuff changes, right? Scrum is built on the idea that it's wrong. Tell me a system that doesn't assume that. Scrum assumes that. That's why it's a beautiful thing, right? It has the sprint planning session, right? It has daily Scrum, so that when things don't work, like the phone going off and the alarm going off all day long, it knows it's there. It acknowledges that stuff goes wrong. The beauty of life, things go wrong in life. Not just like having a kid walk around in front of the lights on the other side of the camera. It doesn't, I plan for that, right? It does sprint review, right? Review it with the customer, getting feedback on your product. It assumes your product is wrong. If you do not get feedback from the customer, you did a terrible job on your product because you should be getting some feedback because no one gets it 100% right, right? And then we have the sprint retrospective. We know we did something wrong. We build the sprint retrospective into the process so that you can prove how you do your business. Tell me how that's not a beautiful thing. Now, there's people out there that abuse the crud out of this stuff, right? and they don't know a freaking clue why I just said what I said. They don't understand it. They don't believe it. They don't recognize it. They're just there to get your velocity and tell you need to deliver, and they want your commitment, and we want that commitment now. That's not what Scrum's about. That's not what Agile's about. It's about putting a good product and assuming it's wrong and have the fastest way turn around it so it makes it what the customer wants. I don't think there's another system out there that quite does it just like that does. There's some boundaries on it, but it does it because it assumes we're not perfect and we can't do it ourselves. So that goes back to my original point. I kind of went off. Why not? It's my show. I could do it, right? My whole career, I assumed things would be wrong.
I can do it.
This way, we as a team can fix things. Assume they're going to have problems. Give that safety trust zone for the team to say, yeah, that went bad, right? And that we can fix it. So we fix it together as a team and move on. Yeah, we assume we'll have these issues, right? That's why we give ourselves a little bit of gap or space in our sprint capacity so we can take on those things that need to get fixed. Of course, and I didn't mute it. I got rid of the sound, but did I mute it? No, I did not mute it. Stuff goes wrong. Having a boy up there blocking the lights and everything and turning on his cell phone is not planned. So,
Phone is on mute too.
Your phone's on mute? Good. Anyway, I'm going to make it short, but I just wanted to share. And tomorrow I'm going to do what I was going to do. I'm just going to do the collage thing. We'll do that tomorrow because I like to keep the time down. And the longer the video, the longer it takes to process it and render it in the system. So, Scrum is a beautiful thing. It helps us understand that things will go wrong. It does go wrong, right? If anybody comes in, well, I can't believe it went wrong. I can't believe there was a mistake. I can't believe there's a bug. I just look at them and go, really? How long have you been doing this stuff? I've been doing this stuff for over 30 years. There's always something going wrong. And you just assume it doesn't, then you work together to fix it. One of the beauties about fixing as a team that I wrote on there, what I try to do, stuff will go wrong. What I don't like is when we don't admit it's going wrong and we don't try to fix it, prevent it from happening again, right? That's the worst thing in this activity, where people don't do the retrospective to try to fix it so it doesn't happen again. That's where you make the mistake. That's where the bad part is. I made a mistake, things didn't work, the environment didn't work, someone had an issue, people weren't here, we had a corona pandemic, people aren't in the office, can't make it in the office. Did we build our system in such a way that if people go out, we can keep moving on? Question on that. So it's Monday. I can't do it. I'm beat, as you probably tell. But I want to say, you know what? It's another work week. Hope everybody's doing well and safe and healthy. And have some fun today a little bit with your friends and coworkers. Ring the bell if you like what we're doing. I am going to put out the interview thing. Maybe we'll do the book review. I'll put that in there. I'll talk about that and start my next book that I did. That I'm doing that extra hour and a half a week or a day I get from not commuting. So trying to grow. And thank you. It's been fun. And we're going to keep going. And that was the end of our 259 episode. And we'll see you. See you later. Happy scrumming. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.